Hello everyone. In this session of CCNA series, I'll discuss three common security threats, starting with Reconnaissance, then Buffer Overflow, and then Malware. Let's start with Reconnaissance attacks. Imagine you are planning a trip to a new city. Before you set off, you might look up information about a city's layout, the location of places you want to visit, and the best way to get around. In the world of cybersecurity, attackers engage in similar process where when they target a network or a system. This initial phase is known as reconnaissance, which is where the attackers gather information about their target to understand its weaknesses and plan a successful attack. So a reconnaissance attack can be used to discover more details about the target and its system prior to an actual attack. During a reconnaissance attack, the attacker can use some common tools to uncover public details like who owns a domain, what IP addresses ranges are used there. And the tools uh, that are used are nslookup command, whois, and dig command. Then the attacker can progress to using ping sweeps to send pings to each IP addresses in the target range. Host that answer the ping sweep then becomes live target. Port scanning tool can also be used. Port scanning tools can then sweep through a range of UDP and TCP ports to see if target host answers on any port numbers. Any replies that indicating that a corresponding service is running on the target host will be used. So all information found can be used for an actual attack. You can mitigate this type of attack by limiting the amount of information available to potential attackers and to detect and respond to reconnaissance attempts. Some of the common mitigation techniques include network segmentation, firewall, intrusion detection system and intrusion prevention systems, access control, etc. Another type of attack is buffer overflow attack. In any application or OS, buffers are used to temporarily store data as it is being transferred between different components or devices. So when a program runs, uh, it uses buffer to store information temporarily, right? As long as the memory state space is maintained properly and the data is placed within the correct buffer boundaries, everything should work as expected. But when a program writes more data to buffer or memory storage area than it was allocated to hold, this causes buffer to overflow. And this will cause incoming data to be stored in unexpected memory locations. So an attacker can exploit this condition by sending data that is larger than expected and cause a service or a system to crash or include a malicious code and attempt to run it. So developers can prevent buffer overflow happening by using some coding practices or by using modern programming languages that comes up with inbuilt protection against buffer overflows. This was a short overview of buffer overflow attack. Then we have the third type of attack, that is malware attack. Malware, short for malicious software, refers to any intrusive software developed by cyber criminals, often called hackers, to steal data and damage or destroy computers and computer systems. These type of attack comes in many forms, such as viruses, worms, Trojan attacks, ransomware, and spyware. Let's have a brief, small overview of all those types of malware attacks. Viruses are malware that can propagate between systems more readily. They spread by injecting themselves into another application. They rely on users to transport the infected application software to other victims. Then we have worms. Worms are type of malware like viruses. Like viruses, worms are self-replicating. The big difference is that worms can spread across systems on their own, whereas viruses need some sort of action from a user to initiate that infection. Then we have Trojan viruses. Trojan horse is one of the most dangerous malware types. These viruses are designed or disguised as helpful software programs, but once the users download it, the attacker behind the virus can gain access to sensitive data and then modify, block, or delete data. Unlike normal viruses and worms, Trojan viruses are not designed to self replicate. Then we have ransomware attacks. This is a form of malware that locks you out of your device and encrypts your file, then forces you to pay a ransom or some type of amount to gain access back. And the last one is spyware. Spyware is a malware that secretly observes the computer user's activities without your permission and then reports this information to the remote user. So these are some of the common malware types which we discussed. That's it for this session. I hope this was informative for you. Thank you for watching.